In the heart of New York City in the 1950s, a man named Edward Hunter was living a life that was not his own. He was a journalist, a chronicler of truth, yet he found himself entangled in a web of deceit and manipulation. His life, his beliefs, his very identity had been slowly and meticulously altered by an unseen puppeteer. This puppeteer wasn't a person, but a process we now know as brainwashing. Edward Hunter wasn't just a victim, though. He was the one to coin the term brainwashing. He saw firsthand how a person's sense of self could be broken down and replaced with new beliefs. He experienced the subtle shifts in his own thoughts and feelings, the slow erosion of his own identity. All this occurred without him even realizing it, a testament to the insidious nature of brainwashing. The process of brainwashing is akin to a puppeteer pulling the strings, controlling the movements of the puppet without the puppet being aware. It's about control, manipulation, and power. It's about stripping away a person's autonomy and replacing it with the puppeteer's will. Brainwashing doesn't happen in a vacuum, though. It's a process that involves psychological and emotional manipulation. It begins with isolation, cutting the individual off from their support system. Then comes destabilization, where the person is made to feel exhausted and afraid. Next, the puppeteer starts the indoctrination process, using a system of rewards and punishments to instill new beliefs. Finally, these new beliefs are reinforced, making it nearly impossible for the victim to break free. Edward Hunter's life was forever changed by brainwashing. His experience serves as a stark reminder of the power of manipulation, of the danger that lies in the hands of the unseen puppeteer. His story is a cautionary tale, a warning to us all about the depths to which the human mind can be manipulated. Edward Hunter's life was forever changed, his mind manipulated without his knowledge. This, dear listeners, is the power of brainwashing. It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? That someone can manipulate your mind without you realizing it. But how does this happen? Well, brainwashing is a calculated and insidious process that can be broken down into four main stages: isolation, destabilization, indoctrination, and reinforcement. Imagine being in a new city, far from your family and friends. You're isolated, cut off from your usual support systems. This makes you vulnerable, an easy target for those who might wish to mold your beliefs. The first stage of brainwashing, isolation, is not necessarily physical. It could be emotional or intellectual, creating a sense of loneliness and disconnection from your familiar world. Next comes destabilization. Here, the brainwasher creates a state of mental and emotional turmoil. They might use tactics like sleep deprivation, constant criticism, or inducing fear and confusion. All these methods are designed to break down your sense of self, making you more susceptible to new ideas and beliefs. Once you're destabilized, you're ripe for indoctrination. This stage involves the brainwasher introducing new beliefs and values, often through a system of rewards and punishments. You're praised when you conform to these new ideas and punished when you resist. Over time, these new beliefs start to feel like your own. The final stage is reinforcement. The new beliefs are continually reinforced through repetition, making it extremely hard to break free. Just like a well-rehearsed dance routine, these newly implanted ideas become second nature, making it difficult for you to even consider alternatives. So you see, brainwashing is not a sudden dramatic event. It's a gradual, insidious process that can happen without the victim even realizing it. It's like boiling a frog. If you throw a frog into boiling water, it'll jump out. But if you put it in cool water and slowly turn up the heat, it won't realize the danger until it's too late. Just like a puppeteer pulls strings to make a puppet move, the brainwasher manipulates the mind to control the individual. Brainwashing isn't just a concept confined to spy novels or Cold War propaganda. It's happening around us every day. Let's start with an example that hits close to home. Consider abusive relationships where one partner manipulates the other's perception of reality, a process known as gaslighting. The abuser might isolate the partner, make them question their memory or judgment, and then present themselves as the sole reliable source of truth. It's a slow, insidious process that dismantles self-esteem and instills a warped sense of dependency. Now let's take a look at cults. These groups often use brainwashing techniques to lure and retain members. A new recruit might initially be showered with love and acceptance, a process known as love bombing. Over time, they're gradually isolated from their previous support systems, and their reality becomes intertwined with the group's doctrine. Fear of punishment and the promise of rewards keep members compliant and loyal, even when faced with harmful or nonsensical practices. But brainwashing isn't just confined to these alarming scenarios. It's even woven into the fabric of our consumer culture. Ever wonder why you can't resist that brand of soda? Or why you feel compelled to upgrade your phone every year? That's the power of advertising and marketing. Companies use sophisticated techniques to manipulate our emotions, link their products with our identities, and convince us that we need what they're selling. It's a subtle form of brainwashing that impacts our purchasing decisions and our lifestyle choices. Even our political landscape isn't immune. Rhetoric and propaganda can sway public opinion, create division, and even incite action. By appealing to our fears, our hopes, or our biases, leaders and institutions can shape our beliefs and our responses to key issues. Everyday brainwashing is subtle, often unnoticed, yet it shapes our decisions, our beliefs, and ultimately, our lives. Now that you know about brainwashing and how it works, the question arises, how do we resist it? Resisting brainwashing isn't just about being stubborn or strong-willed. It's about cultivating certain mental habits and perspectives that can help protect your sense of self from being manipulated. Firstly, critical thinking is key. This involves questioning everything, especially those ideas that you're being pressured to accept without question. It's about being willing to play the devil's advocate, to look at things from multiple angles, and to be open to the possibility that you could be wrong. It's about never taking anything at face value, always digging deeper, always asking why. Secondly, maintaining a strong sense of self is crucial. This means knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what your values are. It means having a clear sense of your identity, of your worth, and of your place in the world. It means being rooted in your own beliefs and convictions, not those imposed upon you by others. Thirdly, seeking outside perspectives is vital. This means constantly exposing yourself to different ideas, views, and experiences. It means being willing to listen to other people, to consider their perspectives, to learn from them. It means not isolating yourself in an echo chamber where you only hear what you want to hear. Of course, these strategies are easier said than done. They require effort, vigilance, and a willingness to be uncomfortable, but they are worth it. They are our best defense against the unseen puppeteer, against the forces that seek to manipulate our minds and control our lives. So let's strive to be critical thinkers, to maintain our sense of self, and to seek outside perspectives. Let's strive to be aware, to be vigilant, to be strong. Let's strive to resist brainwashing, to resist manipulation, to resist control. Remember, the best defense against brainwashing is awareness and understanding. So, what have we learned from Edward Hunter's story and our exploration of brainwashing? We have journeyed through the unseen landscape of the mind, dissecting the process of brainwashing, an insidious method of manipulating one's sense of self. We've unpacked the steps involved, beginning with isolation, the first stage where a person's social interactions and inputs are severely curtailed. This isolation intensifies the susceptibility to new ideas and beliefs, creating a fertile ground for the next stage, destabilization. In destabilization, the person experiences exhaustion and fear, further breaking down their defenses and opening them up to indoctrination. Here, the manipulator begins to implant new beliefs using a potent cocktail of rewards and punishments to reinforce these ideas. The final stage is reinforcement, where the newly implanted beliefs are continually strengthened, making it challenging for the victim to break free. We've also explored how brainwashing isn't just a concept confined to the pages of dystopian novels or the annals of military history. It's present in our everyday lives, in destructive relationships, cults, and even in some forms of advertising and political propaganda. It's a subtle yet powerful force that can shape our perceptions and behaviors, often without us even realizing it. But we've also learned that it's not an inevitable fate. Resistance is possible. By maintaining a healthy skepticism, seeking diverse perspectives, and fostering a strong sense of self, we can guard against this form of manipulation. It's essential to stay informed, to question, to think critically, and to be aware of the signs of brainwashing. The mind is a powerful tool, a vast and intricate landscape that's uniquely ours. It's our responsibility to protect it, to ensure that our thoughts and beliefs are genuinely our own, not the implanted ideas of a puppeteer working from the shadows. Brainwashing is a powerful tool of manipulation, but with knowledge and awareness, you can protect your mind from becoming someone else's puppet.